Ok, soltei. Olá a todos, a todas e a todos. Nós estamos hoje aqui na Itália, mais precisamente em Roma, na Mieli. Estamos aqui com o presidente da associação e nós vamos fazer um bate-papo, um encontro para eles contarem um pouquinho a história da associação com a ajuda do Zari, o nosso ajudante nas relações internacionais, está fazendo essa ponte com outras experiências LGBTs pelo mundo. E eu queria, Zari, que você começasse abrindo o nosso encontro, dizendo para os nossos convidados que nós agradecemos muito o momento, eles terem cedido esse espaço para a gente conversar um pouquinho sobre essas experiências de ativismo e de luta por garantia de direitos LGBTs pelo mundo, e que eles nos contassem um pouquinho a história da associação.
Com certeza. Thank you, Josafá, for the introduction. Thank you guys for receiving us here, and I thank our friend Maurizio for the introduction, and Mario for receiving us. And well, we want to bring some knowledge about the LGBT movement in Italy to our fellow Brazilians. And Mario, can you tell us a bit about the history of the Círculo Mieli, how it started and what it does today?
Thank you for having this moment together. Ciao Brazil. My Portuguese is very limited, but I really like the people of Brazil during my life. Very good friends. And so our organization now is 40 years old.
40 years.
Yeah, and so it's one of the oldest in Italy and the oldest in Roma. So it's an historical LGBT plus association. We do advocacy for the LGBT. We give services for the communities. We have an anti-discrimination center that provide free HIV test, legal services, psychologists, housing, and also we have an internal life of the organization with many groups and activities for everyone.
I see.
Actually, here you can see a lot of posters where they tell our history, also the history of Pride, the Pride in Rome, that our organization started in the 94, and so this year will be 30 years of Roma Pride.
Wow.
It's a very big celebration. It will be the 15th of June.
So it started 3 years before the São Paulo Pride.
Yeah, actually, it's 30 years now, and we are thinking to do many activities like a village for 2 weeks before the Pride, in center with a lot of conference activities, exhibitions. Then we do human rights conference with the City Hall, an exhibition in Natatorio. So there are many stuff ongoing for this anniversary.
I see. And Mario, how do you see, if you bring like for present, how is it to be LGBT today in Italy, in Roma? How do you see it?
Actually, it's I think very difficult for many reasons. Like since 2 years we have this new government, far right with the Giorgia Meloni, that actually she's the first female prime minister in the history of Italy, but she's not a feminist leader like the very Nazis and the party are all men, and so she acts like a man in this situation.
Like a disgusting man.
Some people will say fascist, but I don't know if this word now has a meaning. But anyway, since they started this new government, they attacked us as a target, as an LGBT community, because they use us for propaganda, mostly when there are elections, so like there is a focus to attack them. The Rainbow Family, they want to introduce the surrogacy in Italy. Maybe the Pride, they don't give us the patronage for the Pride. Last year, the local region first they gave the patronage to Roma Pride, and then they revocated when they read our public document. Then also were other things recently with always the Rainbow families, that some of them were registered in the city hall local registers, but the Minister of Internal Affairs made a statement that they have to be relocated from this register because they are against the law. So before Meloni, I think we were stuck in kind of indifference from the politics. Only we had in 2016 the law for civil relationship, same-sex civil relationship. But then everything stops again, and now we are not anymore indifferent, but they're attacking us because they use us as electoral propaganda. And Italy actually is the only country in Europe of the Western Bloc that has not the equal marriage and not the adoption for same-sex couple. Like the ILGA ranking, the ILGA is the European LGBT organization that a lot of other organizations are part of it. Italy is one of the few of the last in this list, followed by Poland, Ukraine, or maybe Hungary. Then actually they were, especially Hungary, very good friends with Meloni. Before in Poland was this super far-right government, they were super friendly with Meloni. So there is a kind of bloc in Europe of conservative that they try to impose a vision. And now we are very scared with the election in Europe that maybe this bloc became stronger and stronger. And Italy came from a different culture, more Mediterranean, so like we are not used to think as like close, no? As in Poland, maybe Hungary, we are more open. But the situation at the moment is very bad.
Because you're part of the European Union, don't you feel a certain pressure to equalize rights coming from France?
Actually,
Germany?
they do. Like also the Commission, they always push the government Meloni with many things, but they don't listen because they know that at the end they can do nothing. Like Italy paid for ages sanctions, and they don't care. Like, basically.
Yeah, it's unfortunate when we see regarding LGBT rights, some governments, they tend to do this pendulum of omission or repression. And it's worse now they're leaving the repression side. Moving more now into a more personal aspect of who you are, Mario. Can you tell us la tua storia LGBT, your story, and how you ended up becoming an activist in front of Mario Mieli, Círculo, Cultura, Homossexual?
It's a very long name, but came from the 80s or 70s, so it's another story. I basically started my experience as an activist mostly for myself. Like I was studying law years ago, and my university was nearby. So like law environment is very serious, close, traditional, you know, it's very conservative.
Normative, cis, heterosexual normative.
So even how you dress is very...
Depois eu queria que você também aproveitasse e perguntasse um pouquinho sobre o funcionamento também da associação hoje.
Ah, tá.
Depois.
So I was passing by often, and I was not prepared to enter. Like at some point I decided to step in, and I met some fantastic people that introduced me to the youth group of the organization. I met those young people, and they still meet every Wednesday at 6, and it's a very good moment to share and be with your peers, and then I started to be more conscious of what I am, what I can do for the community, I did more activities inside the organization, and then I decided to offer my time and service to the organization. I ended up as president 2 times. One time very young, 2015 until 2018, and so I was lucky, and because I entered here as president when Italy approved the civil union, so it was a very high moment of the moment. You know? So I met the Prime Minister, the time Renzi. I was part of the consultation of the budget, but I was very young, so it was not that easy to run a place like that. It's very complicated because we do many things that are very different. And then I continued, I finished it because I thought my time was over, new people came, and also because I wanted to make my career also like it was a time of the life when you're 25 and 26, you need to understand what you want to do. And then after the COVID, the organization had a problem. Some people resigned, some people left, so it was a very troubled moment. Everything was blocked with COVID. And so they asked me, because then through those years I did some investment in my activities. So now I do business mostly. And so I had some time to organize my time myself and to be here.
So you were the president since when? Since after COVID?
Now since 2021, September 2021.
It has been 3 years
3
already.
years full, and they were super full. Like we did incredible things. Like I was more conscious of my role, what I was going to expect, and all the function of the organization. That's also very important.
And that's, you mentioned there are many functions, that's Josafa's question. What are the functions of the organization or the fronts that it works? How does it operate?
Basically, the organization is very complex because it's a kind of holding somehow. You know? We do many things all together inside. And so there is association part that, of course, like the young Mario came here to find himself, the groups, the activities, the psychologists, the legal service, the cultural activities, the library, and so on. That's one level. Also, we have the politics level, that it's some manifestation, meetings, representing the community in every situation with the institution, partnership, projects,
pressure.
It's a kind of like a corporation, you know, somehow. Then we have a company part. So we have a lot of employers that are working for us full-time job because we own the clubs. The main gay club in Italy, Mucca Assassina, is operated by us.
Wonderful.
And it's a huge club, like international club. It's 34 years of history, and every Friday, like 3,000, 5,000 people.
We're going there this time.
Okay, so let me know you are our guest.
Okay.
And so Mucca Assassina is also present in many festivals around the world, so it's a very big brand. And for us it's important to have because of course it's the first system to financing the organization. And then how started? Because they couldn't pay the bill of this place.
Yeah.
And they decided to start in a very random place. And then they were good and luck. And then became very cult in Italy in the 90s. So it was the place to be though, you know, like the Spice Girls were there, a lot of Italian singers, politicians, fashion icons, and so it became this mythic Mucca Assassina. Now it's a very trendy party with a lot of young people, with the historical clients. It's a very mix. There are a lot of street people. Like it's a place where everyone can be what they want. That's then we organize the Pride in Rome. So also Rome Pride, it's a brand. Let's say it's organized by us. So I'm also the chairman of the Pride in Rome. And the Pride now are very big. Like from outside, I don't know if this is possible to understand, but Pride is a big event now. Like so, like millions of euro are involved. thousands of partnership, sponsors, plans, politics, connection and participation. So it's very, very common. So we have many people working all year in different areas for the Pride. It's not only that day, but in Rome we do 2 weeks of festival with a very big investment. And then because we built an area where there is nothing.
I see.
In Caracalla, near the Caracalla, like a village, a gay village. And to stage food, beverage, cultural things, shows, like a very exciting place. Then we do the parade, of course, the human conference, human rights conference. We have the exhibition this year, so many things together. And of course, what we gain with the Pride, we expect. Like we spend mostly, almost like it's a balance. It's for the community.
Kind of returning this money to the community as well.
But we also have an anti-discrimination center inside. So in the other part, where people in 2 years we had 1,200 contacts. That you follow each person, like from the start to the end, and
providing legal support,
legal service, psychologist, money sometimes, housing, a lot of things.
I see it's a big organization.
Yeah, it's very big, very complicated. So that's why you need a lot of time to dedicate, because every part need an attention that alone you cannot do, because as president I mostly follow the political part, like the Pride, and then but there's also a human part that everybody want to talk, like want to share with you something, like if there are, if here there is a problem with some person, they always want to talk with you. So this part is also very important at the mind, but I like, it's part of the job, I think.
I see. How many people employ directly?
20. But if you talk in general, extended, consider Muka and Pride, in June we about 200. 200
people. Okay, you're removing some things here. Okay, one more question is regarding the future. What's your vision for a desirable future for the LGBT community?
In Italy?
Novamente. Aproveitar para perguntar também essa perguntar para ele de que maneira ele vê os avanços, quais os avanços que ele vê que são necessários hoje na Itália, em termos de garantia de direitos LGBT.
And also regarding the advancements you want to see in Italy, which advancements are necessary here to guarantee LGBT rights?
I think that very basic things that Italy didn't do yet, and now are complicated to do, because like in other countries they are now part of being in the as a citizen. You know, if you go to France, they have the equal marriage, the adoptions, the law against homophobia, from many years. We don't have.
We don't have law against.
Yeah, we don't have a law against. And actually, the crazy things was that this law was for the parliament, the previous parliament, so the one that was more left oriented, and so was attacked by some part also from the left, so it was very basic law, like they say that if you attack a person because it's gay, you have a 6 months more of jail or whatever, a fine, and they didn't. It was a crazy talk from ages, for months. At the end, this law was not approved, and people in the parliament opposed to that, and it was very embarrassing. But internationally, they don't understand how Italy is specific, you know, because this is very basic thing.
Yeah.
Basically, you don't take anything from others if you approve a law against homophobia. And actually, when it was the G20 in October of that year, I think it was about October, November 2021, more or less. I was again president, and I met. They wanted to share solidarity with the community because this news went worldwide. Jill Biden and the Near Demo friends, they were in Rome. We met, and they also were very shocked by that. Very confusing. We work a lot with the embassies. They are very close to us.
I see. So your desire?
My desire is like a hope for especially young people that they can have the equal marriage, they can have a law against homophobia, they can have better access to work, especially for transgender people, that they are very targeted now, and the adoption. I think because I understand the big talk about the surrogacy. Because in Italy, if you are 2 men, you need to go to the United States or Canada to start a process with an agency to have a baby. So some people can, also in the community, can have some ethical issues, let's say. But if you want to remove this ethical issue, you can open to the adoption for everyone. So that would be the easier way. But they don't do that because they are very homophobic. That's the reality. It's the homophobia inside the society. And I think this is the idea that some part of Italians think, and of the politicians, that gay people, LGBT people, cannot be a good parents. That's the reality, that's my opinion. And then, so I think those are the priorities. Equal marriage, also with a kind of recognition, but still with the civil partnership we have almost the same. There are some few differences, but it's almost the same. It was a very big achievement for the LGBT community because it was the first. But I hope it's not the only.
Zé, eu acho que para finalizar, eu acho que pedir uma palavra deles de incentivo para que a nossa população se aproxime e esteja mais próxima tanto dos nossos eventos quanto da luta pelos direitos LGBTs mesmo. Que eles dessem uma palavrinha a todos os LGBTs do Brasil.
So yeah, like I was about to fazer essa pergunta. So just to conclude, if you can leave a message that our LGBT population can get closer to the LGBT rights movement and to the initiatives that are out there. So a kind of an invitation for people to connect and be part of and engage in what's important.
Yeah, actually we are also working in partners with some Brazilians white. So we are all part of this big organization called Interpride. It's an umbrella organization for rights in the world, so you can be part of it. And we met once a year somewhere in the world. Last year we met in San Diego. Next year we will meet in Medellin, in Colombia.
Okay.
Actually, South America now is very on fire. Like we also met in Guadalajara a few years ago.
Mexico.
And so we have a connection. Also with Muca Assassina, we work with some Brazilian festival. Sometimes we send some people there. But what I can tell to people who are watching, please follow what's happening in Europe, in Italy, because also Brazil had a moment very complicated recently, with Bolsonaro. So we never know that what we achieve is forever. That's also what in the United States, the experience with Trump. And now we are having this moment with Meloni, and there is a very high risk that what we had, that was very few, will be changed. And also in the perception of the representation of what is happening. Like there are many big groups in Italy that I think are worldwide, so they are very conservative, super Catholic, like Pro Vita Famiglia, and they are very strong now with the government. They attack us very often, also with very aggressive methods. So that's very something that makes me very sad.
Bene ragazzi, grazie mille.